4, I believe, with the score, and basically lost that way. So here to redeem himself. So Hulk has already redeemed himself for Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
Could be second, and I'm sure he would have had a 3-shot redemption today if Patrick Gaudio would have been here.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Wow, nice. Wow, Cyborg in on a double.
Yeah, very quickly. And he's probably, tried the Sayanagi there. Big suplex from Cyborg, and he's not letting that grip go.
No, that was massive suplex.
He's going to follow him up. They've given him 2 for that. And sits Hulk down, and this is not how Lucas Barbosa wanted to start this match.
No, and that goes to show you there is a size difference between these two gentlemen. But that was explosive.
Yeah, and you know what? To get points on the board that early is a lead that someone with Cyborg's experience can now defend. You know, it just makes it that much harder for Barbosa, who's trying to lock this Kimura up. Cyborg able to just turn his elbow back in there. Oh, and has the car opened up again? Oh, it has. I think that was probably just rubbing of the material.
I would imagine. Here we go again. A little more bandage on.
Just go over the top. Don't even.
Let's see if we can cue up a replay of that suplex.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And he really launched Barbosa there.
He really did.
Barbosa's going to get some time to recover now and just make sure his wits are fully back about him. Let's take a look at that replay here.
Feet go way overhead.
The whip on that.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And luckily, Barbosa managed to he landed on his side. He didn't get cleanly planted on his back and get folded up on his neck and his head.
He landed well. Cyborg threw him well, too. Like, he threw him over the side of the shoulder. Didn't just throw him straight completely over his head.
Spike him on his head. Yeah. So we have another inadvertent break here to add a bit more security to the wound of Cyborg. So what's Andre Galvao going to be trying to tell Barbosa right now?
I think Barbosa's best interest is to try to get into a position where he can gut in a single, off the half guard, something like this, come up into in a wrestling scenario where he's on Cyborg's leg.
So there's Andre Galvao in the corner of Lucas Barbosa. Just getting the little bit of disinfectant on the mat where that happened.
Maybe we could cue up the early double. I mean,
the shot was great.
It was just right away. I think that quick start by Cyborg really put Lucas Barbosa on his heels and just didn't really recover. You know, that's what set that whole thing up, and it was just, right away.
Oh, wow, they're going to secure it under each ear here.
Yeah. It's almost looking like an old school football helmet, you know?
Well, let's take it. It's because Cyborg's just seen himself in the
Here it is. Look at that. Just right away, got in on that double. And then, he tried to throw, but it just didn't work out. Set up that suplex.
That actually looks pretty tight.
That looks pretty good. That's a good wrap.
I feel like this is our bag of ice in the octagon moment. Well, at least Cyborg's going to have some interesting photos out of this one.
Yeah.
So he's looking to pass low around the hips here. It's going to be very hard for Barbosa to sweep Cyborg in any kind of traditional sense. You know, as you sort of said, wrestling up, it might be the better option.
I mean, he has went on a leg. I don't know if that's something that he's really working on, but that might take Cyborg by surprise a bit to have somebody like Hulk, who's more of a wrestling based, smashing to go underneath on your leg all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you only need a couple of those single points and you're right back in it.
Yeah.
You know, we just saw how effective those can be in the Canuto and Leon match.
Yep.
Single butterfly hook, or half guard single butterfly.
There it is, going underneath and trying to get into that inside Asha position.
Yeah, but Cyborg wheeled his hips back very quickly.
His arms were a little out of position, Hulk's, where they were.
Again, looking to scoop grip under. So coming up to the halfway point here, our final match of the evening at KASAI Pro 7. Hope you've been enjoying all the action. It's pressing on for midnight here in Dallas. Barbosa with that 2-on-1 grip, trying to move the arm away. Cyborg just trying to drive through that knee shield.
Barbosa with that right underhook, but Cyborg staying heavy on the legs, keeping Barbosa pinned on his back.
You know, Cyborg and Barbosa are the two guys out of these 8 men here tonight who've actually fought the others the most. I believe that Barbosa had fought almost every, you know, up until Gaudio pulled out, had fought pretty much everybody else. At least 5 of them. And Cyborg, of course, you know, fought Nicky Rod, fought Hulk, has fought Rocha, fought Vinny.
Yeah.
So very, very well known. Barbosa trying to frame, keep Cyborg at bay here. He's only got 2 minutes to work, so time is very much ticking down for him, and it is certainly easier for someone of Cyborg's stature to defend that lead than,
absolutely,
you know, to have to worry about scoring again.
Cyborg is doing a great job of keeping an immense amount of pressure on Barbosa's legs. Really not able to get anything going.
Oh, and Barbosa trying to
He's trying to get up. Yeah, he's trying to get up. But Cyborg doing a great job of catching those feet and getting right back in those positions. And
nice tight on the hips.
Yeah, he got it.
He hasn't quite cemented it though. Barbosa manages to turtle. Now he's inverted. 53 seconds here, the last minute of KASAI Pro 7.
You think Cyborg has any experience here? This being where he spends a large amount of his guard game.
Yeah, you need to explain that for the newer viewers,
If you've never really seen Cyborg, that big man gets inverted like this and sends people flying. He's, you know, from the bottom, and you would never expect that out of such a big guy. But as we've seen, he is agile as a cat. Look at that pass.
Back steps, and that's going to be a pass or close to it. Barbosa turns to a turtle, but you got to say this is pretty much done and dusted now.
Yes, it is.
Roberto Cyborg Abreu is going to be your KASAI Pro 7 heavyweight champion. Second place is going to go to Lucas Barbosa, and third to Nick Rodriguez. He is understandably very happy.
Yes.
First hug, of course, goes to his first ever black belt. Paolo Azambujo, who of course stepped in on 3 hours notice to compete tonight. So I know my broadcast colleague Sean is going to go grab a word with Cyborg. And we're going to get a couple of replays first up while he gets set.
Ladies and gentlemen,